This feels like a big freaking event coming up. So this is played on PlayStation 4 Pro. PlayStation 4 Pro runs on 1080p, 30 FPS. Let's go. The loading screen. In case you're wondering what the loading screen looks like.
Yes.
So, this is what the actual loading screen looks like afterwards. Let's go. So the first thing that I noticed during this loading time, the language changes. So at first it's English, and while the loading scene advances, it changes to German. For all the German people enjoy. So the most interesting thing about this is the activate special item button, circle. All right, this is it. We immediately jump into the garage. First thing that I did was jump into the character customization. Yeah, looking at a few haircuts, immediately got bored and jumped into further customization. Just you know, all the stuff that they let you do. The top. I picked one, then pressed B, so I didn't save it. And then I thought for my K comrades, 3 stripes. That one's for you, K comrades. Oh yeah, and then you can like change the color of every single item, so you can see like the hair color is changing right now. And I was like, okay, cool. So you can change your hair color. You know, this guy low-key looks like Raleigh Marek. And yeah, I think at this point I just got bored and jumped into the game. We're gonna... No, actually not yet. Not yet. I was actually reffing the engine. Oh, I actually was checking out a few more controls, like checking out, moving the camera, and take a look at the car from all sides. It's the first time I realized that the car is actually black on the other side. I kind of thought it was like all white. Did I do more? Let's see. Oh yeah, I did do more. Revving the engine, checking out the exhaust sounds. Make it sound pretty good. Yeah, played a little bit around with height and camber. When it came to the wrap, I was like, yeah, you can see, like, you can change like the material, glossiness, all that stuff that some people might care about. Me, not so much. I got into like immediately jumping into it. Don't worry, we're gonna have in-depth customization later. Oh yeah, and this is I think where I figured out that there are more cars in the garage. Yeah. I love how it takes some time to actually load the full models and you get the blocky ones first. Take a screenshot, like make a clip and take a screenshot of the blocky 911. It's so funny. So I was checking like the showroom feature. You can see the other 3 cars that are available. Ah yeah, this is it. Let's go. Time for the first race. It's a pretty nice loading screen. Alright, so you kind of saw the first problem. Like you had like the textures popping in and out and a few lag moments here and there. You see people disappearing because completely loading. Is it still too loud? So the first thing that I noticed, brake to drift doesn't work anymore. On the very first corner, I noticed brake to drift does not work. So I was hitting the brakes in order to engage the drift, and it didn't work. So you cannot press the brake anymore to engage the drift. What do you have to do in order to actually engage a drift? You have to press the handbrake, or you do a clutch kick by just, if you're on automatic, for example, you just press the gas button. So those are the two ways you can engage in drift. Either you tap the handbrake or you tap the gas pedal first. It is like a mix of grip handling. You know, in this corner I'm not drifting, right? We are slow enough and the corner is, you know, easy enough that we don't have to drift around every single corner. Yeah, the frame rate is gonna be a constant issue, guys. But that is mostly because it is an old build and this is running on PlayStation 4. Like, I very, very much think that it's gonna run as good as Payback on the PC version at the very least. And I do expect a constant 30 FPS performance on consoles. But other than that, I think the game itself looks really good. I prefer the camera that is further away. There's not a cockpit cam, but basically any time there's a whole bunch of stuff happening on the hardware, it started to lag quite a bit. The handling definitely feels better than in Payback because, you know, if you have an easy corner, it doesn't make sense that you have to drift it, you know. If you have like a harder corner, having to drift is pretty nice. But if you want to get like the best lap times, you're gonna have to use the drift system. We were not able to tune any gears yet, and we only got 2 races to play in the demo. So the biggest technical issues happened at night, because during the night there were so many effects going on that the game had a really hard time holding the frame rate. Look at this start. The game actually slows down when it lags. I really do think that they're gonna fix that. I seriously doubt they're gonna keep the game that laggy for the PlayStation 4 release. But yeah, we are gonna engage our first cop chases here. Do you see this thing on the bottom here? This is actually an item that counters the EMP of the cops. I didn't get to use it because the cops actually didn't use the EMP on me, or the kill switch as it was called in Payback, but you can see the massive slowdown that is happening. The game is not optimized to the hardware yet and is running rather slowly. Yeah, those numbers are just your heat level. Like the heat level is like your reputation level, I should say. It's like your player level, you know, that R level that you had in 2015 and in Payback. It's the same here. Controller layout was not editable yet. In general, menus were missing. Like, I couldn't press pause here. I tried to press the pause button so I can see what the options are, but it has been disabled. There is gonna be a pause button in the future, and they already said that the game will not be online, I think, and you can pause it. So the handling is improved, but it is not like they didn't eliminate the drifting from the equation. Drifting is still part of the handling, but for easy corners you don't have to drift anymore. Like, you don't have to drift to like go around an easy corner. On this corner though, either I should have slowed down more or actually engaged the drift. So you get like some extra information, like down here it tells you like you're being chased by one cop right now on the minimap. You can kind of see like the detection radius of your car, and you know, if you get the cop outside of that radius, you're gonna start escaping. Totally missed the corner there, but you can see those barriers are drive-through, so the barriers, you cannot wall ride on a barrier. Crash cam is not gone, you will see it later. So now you can see in the right upper corner, like the demo was limited by time. Those were the 2 races that were available. And I was just, you know, playing around, seeing what else the game would do while I wanted to escape. Also, you might have noticed at the end of the event, it boosted up to heat level 5 as the chopper is chasing us. Yeah, it did absolutely no damage to the Rhino. At least in this build that we were playing, the Rhino could not get damaged. I could not get a tiny bit of damage onto the Rhino. But yeah, so one issue that I would dismiss is the poor performance on the PlayStation 4 version, because I am so sure they're gonna fix that. Yeah, Rhino incoming, it's kind of nice. You know, in Payback you sometimes had the Rhino immediately spawning in front of you, which is possible obviously, it's not teleporting into the map. You can now see the Rhino coming on the minimap and you get an idea, where's it gonna come from, how am I gonna evade it. Oh yeah, at this point I tried to actually break my car. You can see my health bar on the right here. I was taking damage on purpose because I wanted to see what happens when your car actually breaks. The builds that we got. So as I said, that build is 4 months old. Oh, did you see that? I was actually clipping through the entire Rhino.
Let me know if you guys hear a couple tires go pop down the road.
So health is getting really low. You can kind of hear like the engine sound is changing as your car is getting more damaged. When the health bar turns red, basically means they're more aggressive towards you. And that happens, you know, after you actually ramp them. Boom, there it is. Broke my car. I managed to break my car within the time limit. That was actually kind of difficult. I only had like 50 seconds left to actually break my car. I'm pretty sure we're getting unlimited FPS on PC. No confirmation on that yet, but that is my strong hunch. Yeah, I generally like the handling, because it is not 100% drift all the time. So, you know, in a corner where it doesn't make sense that you should drift, you don't drift anymore. Alright, this is our second playthrough of the demo. Let's show off some more. Alright, so let's get to customizing. So I used that Ben Sopra set, but I just wanted to see what kind of options are locked when you take like a full set. Canards, yeah, are locked in this. Same with the fenders. You can still edit the side panels. So rims, change the rim if you want to. I think I kind of canceled there because I'm gonna fully customize like the next car. I think I just checked out the options. I did brand the tires though. But yeah, it's pretty much the same visual tuning that you had in 2015 and Payback. So don't expect anything extremely new here. You can change calipers and brake discs again, the tires and the rims. Rear fenders. I actually was able to change them. Although I had that other set available. And I gotta say, I chose a pretty shitty one. I actually don't like this at all. Didn't want to go. Or did I go for the black? No, I didn't go for the black taillights. I didn't like them. Diffuser. Might as well put one on. Gotta change the gameplay to get the plate for you guys. Yeah, then you can customize like the background from everything. Did I put a big wang on the car? That's a real question. I did. Of course, I put a big wang on the car. There we go. I think I was playing around with the wraps a little, but yeah, it's basically a change color. You have saturation, brightness, material, closeness, color shift. You know, you can play around. Like, it's the same as it was in the old game. You like those options, go for it. So yeah, I was just putting on random decals just to see how it works. You can change the color, the rotation, like all the details you could ever imagine. If you want to play around with your decal editor, you can do that. Yeah, I have not seen neons yet. The character that you create is sitting in your car. So yeah, once again you see like the loading issues of the textures. Wouldn't be surprised if that guy pops out again. Yeah, he just disappears. They just disappear. So the NOS bottles, they are one shots. So you press the NOS button, it's gonna use the entire NOS bottle. The NOS bottle can only be used if it's fully charged. Yeah, the NOS does recharge, so it's not a one-time use. You might notice that those barriers, they are there, but you will go through them. Kind of like in Forza Horizon. I definitely felt a noticeable difference in handling between the cars. Like they all had their own settings. You can refill your nitrous at the gas stations, and it will also repair your car, just like it was in Need for Speed 2012. I don't think they're gonna put in ray tracing. Yeah, that cool action camera does make a return. Obviously, you don't have to use it. You can use a close cam, a far cam, the action cam, bumper cam, or hood cam. Those are the 5 camera options that you have. I think the crash cam happened with the 3rd cars. I think, yeah, I immediately wrecked the cop. Like hitting a cop sideways at full speed, at least the condition 1, immediately dies. You get lots of understeer when you go into a corner that you're supposed to drift, for sure. But it also means you can use grip handling for a lot of corners, rather than drifting.
I can't see the subject. I don't know where they went. Suspect was last seen in the area. Start searching. Alright.
You couldn't do it. Okay, here I actually discovered there's the snapshot button again, and I was fucking around with burnouts. which is a nice touch. No, the steering is responsive, but there is definitely some understeering a little bit when you don't drift. It does feel a little bit understeering. Like if it's a tight corner, you wanna make use of the drifting mechanic. So one more time, let's go through the entire demo. So let's get into fully customizing the Porsche. I prefer the original look, but that hood looked better. Blue tint on the headlights. So this is where we're going fake. Didn't really like any of the non-stock rear mirrors, so I just kept the stock one. Got a thick back too, obviously. Canards, you can see the canards clipping into the body kit there, so there's definitely some minor errors that they have to iron out. Like some combinations are not working yet. But there's some customization that you might remember from Payback, all these exhausts sticking out in the back. Gotta get a thick splitter on too. Oh, you guys are gonna love the spoiler. There are some big wangs. I took the one that could basically decapitate anyone that would be next to it. Basically looks like a scythe on both sides. I think at some point I'm just scrolling through like everything in case you wanna take a look on all the decals. Like the next minute is me scrolling through every decal the game has to offer. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna add even more decals in the future. Oh yeah, shoutouts to Gamescom. So I put a Germany flag on there. Also, I was kind of mad. I was looking for the Austrian flag, but there is none. Austria is still not getting the recognition it deserves. So yeah, shout out to Gamescom. And Germany, this car is for you. Might as well do some actual customization. So, best thing I could come up with as my decal. GG Need for Speed, GG. Whoop whoop, that's the sound of the police. Worst livery I could come up with. It drives a lot better than it looks, I swear. Alright, the most important thing, I made the car sound good. Throaty, aggressive, raw, metallic. It just gets louder, it gets better. So, here are the characters you can pick from. I'm gonna pause it for a second so you can take a better look. So how much is it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. 12 basic characters that you can use for customization. So they should get every stereotype. So yeah, we got the unemployable inked lady here. I was checking out like a few hairstyles the game had to offer. Caps, short hair, longer hair, no hair. What's your favorite? Mine is generic hipster number 6. Nice. I think I went like full Tripolowski on that one. Where's my Adidas sponsorship, man? Okay, comrades, this girl's for you. Can someone cue up some hard bass?
Tripolowski,
Tripolowski. Okay, let's go. Let's check out the races with this car. So yeah, that's my GG car. That spoiler looks deadly. To anyone close to it. In the demo, there has not been any handling tuning yet. Like, we couldn't even access the pause menu. The pause menu was disabled. Yeah, steering is very responsive. This looks a lot more interesting to me than Payback. Witness the lag. Yeah, I don't expect the lag to still be there in the future. Like the game actually stopped. The console actually paused for a second there. Yeah, there's neon on our opponent's cars, so I do expect neon to be a future upgrade as well. Yeah, that is an actual cement block that I didn't notice. Oh yeah, obviously there was no music in the demo yet. The crash cam does reset you. Yeah, if you crash out, I did that on purpose. I crashed here. You get a crash cutscene, and then you get reset afterwards. The thing is, it was lagging at the same time, so it took a really long time. Yeah, it looks way better than Payback, for sure. I think I was actually hunting down the cop, trying to take him out. No, there's not gonna be pursuit breakers. What do you think about the cops? They feel very much like Payback. You know what the Payback cops feel like? Like this. Another busted cutscene. So you can see they take about 20% of your money. That is what I calculated there. They take 20% of your money when you get busted. What do you feel about the tires reinflating after getting spiked? I'm okay with that. Because once your tires are flat, it's really hard to escape at this point, you know? Was the Mercedes the worst car there? Not really, but it was my first race, so I was still figuring out the mechanics. Actually, I'm okay with the barricades and the trees breaking. Then you don't feel as limited as you do in other games. I like that. I think that's okay. There was no information about the story. Yeah, you should be able to cut in a lot of places once you know what the track looks like, which I think is fun. The car list is already out. If you go to needforspeed.com, the entire car list is there. Check it out. About the weather. So far, like the roads were always wet, but sometimes it's also raining, like right now. I mean, the lighting makes the city look very much alive. It looks pretty cool. Oh, I'm definitely speedrunning this. The first playthrough is gonna be just play the game, and afterwards we're gonna start working a speedrunning route for this game. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get tire smoke colors in the future version of the game. Do you need to lose to cops to hide in a hideout? Yes. You need to fully escape the chase in order to get into a hideout. I do like the handling, I don't love it. I like it because I don't have to drift around easy corners. There's no way to tell how long it's gonna take us to finish the game. We didn't see anything in the story. Yeah, I would agree that they put like their best ideas plus community feedback into this game. I'm super excited for it.